From the National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda. This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
The Nitda online training initiatives can be described as massive open online courses, MOOC. A massive open online course is a course aimed at unlimited participation and open access via the web. Massive open online courses also incorporate traditional course materials, pre-recorded lectures, readings, and learner inclusion. On today's episode, we will be looking at Nitda's virtual training drive towards a digitally literate Nigeria. I am Edidion Frank, and this is Nitda Impact.
This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
You can be a part of this program by logging on to our website www.nitda.gov.ng or all our social media handles displayed right on your screens. Let's begin with what's making the news headlines this week. The Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy has called on people living with disabilities to create jobs. Members of the civil society groups have been charged with the responsibility of ensuring all members are ICT compliant. Civil society groups laud Nitda's initiative towards digitalization of all sectors of Nigeria. Here's the news proper. The Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ali Pantami, has called on people living with disabilities to create employment and not be dependent, as there can be great ability in disability. Pantami made the call via Zoom at the just concluded 5-day ICT training for people living with disabilities in Enugu State. Kinyose Wabuke has more.
The Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, has called on all beneficiaries of Nitda initiatives to ensure proper utilization of work tools given to them. Pantami, who joined the 5-day ICT training in Enugu State for people living with disabilities via Zoom, equally said people with special needs ought to be employers and not job seekers.
I appreciate the effort of Enugu State government through the governor, His Excellency Ife Anyi, for supporting the program to be hosted in Enugu State, and we hope that support and partnership between the state and the federal government of Nigeria through the ministry will continue for the benefits of our citizens.
Beneficiaries could not hide their joy as they assured the minister of proper utilization of the work tools given to them, saying the event and initiative was timely.
I will use the little knowledge I have on it to help others, because if I go out and I have other friends who did not even have the opportunity, but they will have the opportunity from me, because the little one I have here, I'm going to share it with them.
We thank the organizers, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for organizing this kind of program for the physical challenge.
I really enjoyed it. I want to thank the government that made it possible for us to take part in this program.
Kinyose Wabuke reporting for Nitda Impact.
Civil society organizations of Nigeria have been charged with the responsibility to rigorously train and educate other members of the group on ICT. The call was made by the Director General National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda, Kashifu Inu Abdullahi, at the opening of a 2-day capacity building training for civil societies in Nigeria. Here's Kinyose Wabuke with details.
Civil society organizations in Nigeria have been charged with the responsibility of sensitizing members of its group to be ICT compliant in order to achieve the mandate of President Muhammadu Buhari on digitization of all sectors of the Nigerian economy. The call was made by the Director General of National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda, Malam Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi, during a 2-day capacity building training organized for some members of civil societies of Nigeria with the theme Enhancing the Capacity of Civil Society Organizations Towards Productive Advocacy for National Development. Represented by Nitda's Director on Information Technology Infrastructure Solutions, Dr. Abdullahi Usman Gambo, the Director General says, as the watchdog of the federal government, there is need for the society not to be found wanting in order to ensure effective delivery of its mandate. Dr. Usman said the 2-day capacity building training is to ensure all members of the civil society are not left out of the digitization trend, as well as to ensure member skills in the use of ICT greatly improve.
You may wish to know that the programs on the academy cut across. There are programs for students of secondary schools, tertiary institutions. There are programs that are suitable for civil society organizations. There are programs that are suitable for public sector organizations, and so on and so forth.
One of the guest speakers at the event, Ambassador Yomi Davis, in his welcome address urges participants to avail themselves the opportunity to learn fast within 2 days training, saying the training Nitda offers within 2 days is what participants would have paid heavily to acquire.
If we understand the basis of ICT, I think every other things will follow. If anybody is not ICT inclined, that person is very far behind.
This is the first edition of the capacity building training on leadership and basic ICT on ICT application. Participants are optimistic that this is the first of many such trainings to come. Kinyosa Wabuke reporting for Nitda Impact.
Participants at the just concluded 2-day capacity building training for members of civil society groups in Nigeria have been asked to put to use knowledge acquired during the 2-day training in order to help sensitize other members and the nation at large on ICT compliance so as to be a part of the 4th Industrial Revolution and in accordance with President Muhammadu Buhari's current digitization drive. The statement was made by Nitda's Director of IT Infrastructure, Dr. Abdullahi Usman Gambo, at the closing ceremony of the 2 days capacity building training for some members of civil society groups. The event held in the nation's capital. Julia Dangiwa has more.
Participants at the just concluded 2 days capacity building training for members of the civil society groups have been charged to put to use knowledge acquired during the 2-day training in order to help sensitize the nation on the need to be a part of President Muhammadu Buhari's digital revolution. This is according to Nitda's Director of IT Infrastructure, Dr. Abdullahi Usman Gambo, who represented the Director General of Nitda, Kashifu Inua Abdullahi, at the capacity training. He said Nitda has vowed to ensure all ministries, departments, agencies go digital, hence the need for the series of partnership, training and workshop be conducted almost daily. He further called on all participants not to only practice what they have learned during the workshop, but to ensure they train other members of the group in order for the knowledge to be disseminated. Dr. Usman said the world has long gone digital and every activity is done digitally in accordance with President Muhammadu Buhari agenda for digital Nigeria.
Digital skills empower the youth for jobs in traditional sectors, to thrive in emerging sectors, and to launch their own businesses. Additionally, digital skills provide new ways of working, help to develop competitive edge, increase revenue, and provide access to digital jobs.
Participants who spoke to Nitda Impact expressed gratitude for the initiative as they called on Nitda to come up with more of such initiatives which will help in transforming, educating and bridging the digital divide in accordance with President Muhammadu Buhari's transformation agenda for a digital Nigeria.
The program went well and we believe we were impacted where we have our lapses as civil society. We were actually corrected in some aspects, and I believe if a program like this comes up regularly, I think it will be very interesting for us.
I'm able to see, I've learned so many things about ICT, how civil society should go about doing their programs and how to impact in the society as a civil society group. And I appreciate the organizers of this program because on a serious note, before I didn't even have information on so many things that were said here.
There is something this program has impacted in me. So it is my duty and the duty of every civil society now, organization, to see how they can assist in developing our own society.
Participants at the just concluded 2 days capacity training workshop for members of the civil society organization in Nigeria have lauded the initiative by Nitda. They, however, call on Nitda to ensure more of this capacity training in order for all members of the civil society to go digital. From Statement Hotel venue of the event in the nation's capital, I am Juliet Dengiwa reporting for Nitda Impact.
Today's special report is on Nitda's virtual training drive towards a digitally literate Nigeria.
The Nitda online training initiatives can be described as massive open online courses, MOOC.
Massive open online courses also incorporates traditional course materials, pre-recorded lectures, readings, and learner inclusion. These courses are often interactive with user forums or social media discussions to support community interactions among students, professors, or teaching assistants, as well as immediate feedback to quick quizzes and assignments. Formal training can be expensive, as is conventional ICT training and certification. Massive open online courses give access to students irrespective of physical location and also have the advantage of flexible learning schedules. Learners are able to fix the learning periods within the chinks of their own personal schedules. Online environments are common ground for learners from different parts of the world to collaborate and achieve mutual goals. Even with varying time can set goals, communicate ideas, set targets, and complete projects through online partnerships. Nitda's Virtual Academy was launched by the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami. The Nitda Academy currently offers 47 different courses, all related to contemporary and emerging information and communication technologies, including cloud computing, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and others. The objectives of the Nitda Academy are to 1. Build capacity and develop skills of participants in the knowledge and register of emerging IT programs and systems. 2. Complement the efforts of tertiary institutions in IT education by focusing on developing marketable skills and knowledge. 3. Bridge industry-academia research gap that focuses on addressing prioritized national challenges such as security, digital services promotion, innovation, and entrepreneurship. 4. To employ a hybrid training using pedagogical and andragogy techniques. The Nitda DG Malam Inu Akashifu Abdullahi admits that, quote, coronavirus has forced us to change our behavior and adapt to new habits. New trends have emerged. We do everything remotely. Working, learning, meeting, workshops, Zoom party, e-wedding, and so on, end quote.
Dr. Usman Gambo Abdullahi, Director IT Infrastructure, Nitda, expatiates on Nitda Academy.
The Nitda Academy, as you know, what we have been struggling with as a nation is the gap between industry and academia. So the academy, Nitda Academy for Research and Training, that's the full name of the academy, was conceptualized really to serve as the bridge between the academia and the industry, to provide industry-related and relevant skills. Now, when you may be aware that, of course, with the redesignation of our ministry from Ministry of Communications to Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy, the National Digital Economy Policy and Strategy for a Digital Nigeria was unveiled by President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, on the 28th of November 2019. One of the critical pillars of the Digital Economy Policy and Strategy is digital literacy and skills. And so the academy picked that up and ensures that there are programs that are relevant to facilitate the development of digital literacy and skills for Nigerians. As you know, Nitda intervenes on behalf of federal government. And prior to the establishment of the academy, Nitda has been collaborating with tertiary institutions. If you go to tertiary institutions across the country, you will find Nitda's intervention. The academy in itself, from inception, the virtual academy, the other aspect of the academy hasn't taken off yet, but the virtual academy that started 29 April 2020, which is less than a year now, we have over 40,000 Nigerians that have benefited from the program. Over 40,000 Nigerians that have benefited from the program, that have acquired industry relevant certifications. There are programs and entrepreneurship programs that people have learned, and interestingly, they have gone ahead to build, websites, to use social media, and then to enhance their own businesses.
The initiative in itself is a show of Nitda's innovativeness and creativity in ICT during a major global incident, ensuring that the drive toward Nigeria's digital literacy and proficiency is sustained even within the time frame of the new reality of the coronavirus pandemic and the consequent lockdown. Nitda Academy for Research and Training, NART, was born out of the need for social distance within the realm of sustained drive towards digital literacy of Nigerians. The initiative was aptly christened Learning Never Ends, to drive home the strong desire of Nitda to continue the drive toward improving the ICT proficiency of Nigerians. Objectives of NART include 1. To promote continuous learning in support of business continuity during disasters such as COVID-19 pandemic using online platforms. 2. To support training and capacity building of MDA employees in the development of digital skills to improve the delivery of government services. 3. To create a pool of Nigerian youths with digitally marketable skills needed to drive the 21st century digital economy. 4. To bridge the gap between academia and industry. And 5. To lower the access to learning barrier using technologies. The National Information Technology Development Agency NITDA successfully trained 150,000 Nigerians in ICT in 2020 alone. About 70,000 of these people were trained online, and the benefits of ICT as a service and as a product was evident, as it was the third source of socioeconomic well-being of Nigerians after agriculture. The NITDA boss expressed satisfaction because the number of trained individuals was effectively related to the number of persons who obtained well-being resources from ICT. According to reliable research, there is no difference in the learning outcome of e-learning from traditional face-to-face instruction. As an IT agency constantly innovating, NITDA's philosophy is that if the IT skill gap among Nigerians is addressed, Nigerians can leverage the abundant opportunities within the IT space to reduce the rate of unemployment in our country. If you are a Nigerian seeking to benefit from NITDA's online ICT training experience, you can log on to www.academy.nitda.gov.ng and register for an ICT course of your choice.
Thank you for having me. Last week we talked about two types of innovation: small, medium enterprise and innovation-driven enterprise. And our focus is on innovation-driven enterprise, IDE. And we said IDE is a long term. It needs capital, and when it grows in an exponential way. That means it creates more jobs, more wealth and prosperity for a nation. So at NITDA, we are looking at how can we promote our startups to become IDE? How can we build unicorn companies in Nigeria? A unicorn means a company, a privately owned company with more than $1 billion valuation. And to do this, we have different initiatives we are working on. Under the leadership of our Minister, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Nitda is implementing MIT REAP program initiative. MIT REAP is an initiative, means Regional Entrepreneurship Acceleration Program. It's an initiative that gives community an opportunity to engage with MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, on how to build and strengthen the innovation ecosystem. So before we go further, I would like to look at how Bill Ollett, the author of our book, Disciplined Entrepreneurship, defined innovation. He defined innovation as invention times commercialization. What it means by is a product of invention and commercialization. Would that mean if invention is 0 and commercialization is 1, innovation is 0? If invention is 1 and commercialization is 0, innovation is also 0. That means to be innovative, you must be inventive and you must also be able to commercialize your invention. Like before, some people think that innovation is the same thing with invention. But with this definition, we understand you need to have the two to be innovative. That's why our initiatives at Nitda and Ministry are to help you, the startups, to build your, to scale up your startups into innovation-driven enterprises. Please join us next week to learn more about what we do and how can you key into our initiatives to help you scale up your startup into an IDE and become a unicorn. Thank you.
Up next is our tech tips for the week. Safety use of USB drives. 1. Always physically secure USB drives containing confidential information and avoid sharing it. 2. Have separate USB drives for home and work computers so as to avoid cross-contaminating your computers. 3. If you find random USB drive laying around, don't insert it into your computer. Deliver to an IT security expert to run a check on it. 4. Use secure and reputable USB drives. Number 5. When possible, password and encrypt USB drives to further protect your information. 6. Update the security software on your computer and scan USB drive before use. On our Startup Lounge today is Umar Mohammed, who is the Director, Head of Program, Startup Kano. Startup Kano is a modern hub that promotes and advocates technology, entrepreneurship, agribusiness, and self-employment. They incubate and accelerate startups and train them on strategies to secure funding from venture capitalists, angel investors, and government grants. They equally provide guidance on bootstrapping strategies for startup growth strategies and expansion.
My name is Umar Mohammed, a Director and Programs Manager, Startup Kano. I'm an environmental health technician, and also I'm a content developer, also a social media strategist. I'm a Programs and Project Manager as well. Startup Kano is a modern hub which we leverage on technology to pursue entrepreneurship. We're into programs and project delivery for local organization and international organization as well. We are into incubation and acceleration of businesses. We train them on bootstrapping strategies for them to actually secure funding from government grant, angel investors, and venture capitalists as well. Wow. We actually look or we study the whole ecosystem of agribusiness, technology, entrepreneurship as well. We now identify some strategies, and to also see how we can be able to now inject it in the startups we have, to actually train them, mentor them on how to develop their businesses for them to actually contribute to the economic growth of the nation. So we actually connect the startups we have that are in this ecosystem to secure funding, and also get mentorship from various platforms as well. The feedback has been amazing, and we have been able to impact over 10,000 youth through our programs, such as the Women Founders, our annual Women Founders Conference, through our incubation and acceleration program, through our tech communities and non-tech communities programs, and we have been able to support some of our startups and for them to secure funding, and they have set up their business, and their business is doing very good, and they are actually contributing to the growth of our economy. Nitda is like a home to us. It's like a home to us because Nitda have been there for us since inception. Nitda have been there for us throughout many of our programs. Nitda have been supporting us in various ways and countless times.
On behalf of Nigeria's digital economy family, the Honorable Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Ibrahim Pantami, appreciates our highly esteemed President, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, whose leadership has led to unprecedented progress in Nigeria's digital economy sector. This explains why the ICT sector recorded a 14.7% growth rate, making it the sector with the highest growth rate in the fourth quarter of 2020, exceeding the combined rate of the next 5 fastest growing sectors. The establishment of the National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics, the National ICT Park, and the National Digital Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center are positioning Nigeria to benefit significantly from the global emerging technology market. Mr. President's commitment to promoting the NIN has resulted in by far the highest quarterly enrollment since the scheme was initiated in 2007. Mr. President's recent approval of the first ever condition of service and career structure scheme of service for Nitda will further position the agency to become a world-class information technology regulator. For these and many more, we wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. President for his immense support for Nigeria's digital economy sector.
As an IT agency constantly innovating, Nitda continues to develop curricula under its academy to develop specific market-driven IT skills for Nigeria's teeming population. Nitda's philosophy is that if the IT skill gap among Nigerians is addressed, Nigerians can leverage the opportunity abundant within the IT space to reduce the rate of unemployment in our country. If you are a Nigerian seeking to benefit from Nitda's online ICT training experience, you can log on to the website www.academy.nitda.gov.ng and register for an ICT course of your choice. To learn more on how you can benefit from our activities, kindly log on to our website www.nitda.gov.ng or all our social media handles displayed right on your screens. Until we come your way next time, our special appreciation goes to the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Pantami, the Director General of Nitda, Malam Kashifu Inu Abdullahi, and the entire management and staff of Nitda for this program. I am Edidion Frank. Thanks for watching.